I know I'm biased, but I think we might have had the best transfer window.
So since we last recorded, the transfer window has closed for business. Quite an exciting transfer window this winter, actually. So a couple of last minute signings.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the first ever Slovenian player in the WSL, which is very exciting. Zara Kramzar has joined Everton from Roma.
God, it really looked like they were not going to get that over the line
I know.
as well.
That was the last signing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Of the window. London City Lionesses signed a midfielder from Denmark, Malu Marsetto. Quite exciting. But yeah, I think it has been a really exciting transfer window. Lots of business. Not so much at Arsenal, but...
Yeah, I mean, how would you rate Arsenal's approach? Because it didn't feel like going into the transfer window, they needed to be doing a lot of spending.
In the summer, so many of our players are out of contract.
Yeah.
Almost everyone, really. Yeah. Or at least everyone from the old guard. Yeah. From the Joe Montemuro days. They are still hanging on.
Who knows, next season there might be only 6 of them left.
So I think they have been in their comms preparing us all, and it's obvious that there is going to be a big shake-up in the summer.
Yep.
So I think this wasn't really their focus.
Yeah.
I think I'm really happy Smilla Holmberg's come. I think she's a really good signing. But I didn't expect us to have a really busy window, to be honest, because I think, the plans are all pointing towards the summer.
It feels like, it was a like preparatory window.
Exactly.
I mean, the news came out. I don't know, is it confirmed now that Katie McCabe, there's no contract extension on the table?
I'm not sure it's confirmed, but I think it's strongly.
Yeah. And then there's all of the rumours of the work going on behind the scenes on the Georgia Stanway deal. It felt like a window where we don't need to act other than a future-proofing sign into Holmberg, and then can just build up to the summer and deal with the many, many departures that may be coming.
But you've been very busy.
I know I'm biased, but I think we might have had the best transfer window.
I agree.
I think you and Spurs.
Yeah.
And maybe United I would put into that mix as well.
True.
Yeah.
You know, we were all quite disappointed with the summer and the transfers, even though Beata Olsen did prove to be like a diamond that none of us really were aware of. But I think you can tell over the course of the first part of the season where the players are all getting to grips with the new game plan, the new style of play, and then you can see, okay, what are the bits we need to plug? And I think every signing has, apart from Josendal, who we've not been able to see because it's getting back up to fitness, but we need a pace on the wing and a defensive thing, defensive stability there as well. Bergstrom gives us that immediately. We needed more bite in midfield and someone with a bit more composure and leadership. Denise O'Sullivan gives us that.
Mm-hmm.
We needed better options in goal. Jennifer Falk gives us that. We needed somebody who could be a game changer across the front line. Sheila gives us that. I mean, you can tell the plan for every single one of these transfers. The one that confused me the most was, not confused me, but the one I was most surprised about was the Martha Thomas signing.
Yeah.
Because it feels like we had quite heavy ranks now in the forward line. But then, Leanne Kiernan moving out on loan frees up that space. She is a very different kind of forward, I think, to what we have. So... yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. It just feels like a really positive now, like tilt towards the end of the season.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
About West Ham, how are you feeling?
Yeah, for West Ham, I think the 2 really big name signings are probably the most exciting for me to see.
Mm-hmm.
Tuva Hansen coming in to shore up the defence is definitely a really good thing for West Ham. I think we needed more options there, obviously with Denton going out as well. And then some other kind of on and off injuries. And then Katie Zellum, I really, really enjoyed watching her at the weekend. And I think that's a player that West Ham were really lacking.
Yeah.
So excited to see more of her.
Again, it feels like there was a gap, you said in defence, but also in the midfield of like threading actually the team together, which I think is what Katie Zellum will be for you.
Yeah, like you have Minnie Gorry to do that kind of box-to-box stuff a bit. Like she works so hard, runs so much, and she can take a great shot from outside the box. But I think sometimes her vision isn't like quite as well developed as Zellum.
Man United have had a really good window, and they needed depth and they needed star quality. And then in Leah Schuler, they've brought in the star now, and then in Vangerheim, they've brought in the star for the future, and then also throwing in Hannah Lundqvist, who I think is just really fun to watch. So they've had a really good window. Spurs have had a really good window. Gapset feels like almost like wasn't part of the transfer window because it was so long ago. I keep forgetting. It was like, oh no, that was part of the transfer window technically. But as a like singular signing is probably the one that I think all of us were quite jealous of because we loved watching her at the Euros, and adds into, 4 or 5. I think Blackstad was another great signing. Hamano on loan, I think, is a great signing for Spurs. So Very good business.
Yeah, it's tough to see Hermano not really get a look in still, though, even at Spurs. So that move might not be working out for the best for her and for Chelsea and for Spurs. But it just shows how well the other players are doing, like the players who already were at Spurs, who have been working so well under Martin Ho. And then obviously the reinforcements, hard for Hermano to get a look in.